Well, unfortunately, I had to give up my super sweet parking space right in front of the superpower building. But that's okay. This way I'll be able to get my steps in. We'll go the back route. Hey everybody. I wasn't watching on the other stream, so I don't know if Dusty showed up yet, but I hope so. Here you can see the flag building, superpower building, towering over downtown Clearwater. One of Scientology's special new buses. So yeah, I named the stream Crashing David Miscavige's Secret Party tonight. Guys, it's not just a normal Friday Night Flag graduation. One of my super secret inside sources told me a few days ago that all of the orgs in the world, but mostly the United States, were supposed to immediately and urgently send 4 staff members per org to Clearwater, Florida for a special briefing from David Miscavige, followed by some sort of a training action, some sort of a training program. Not the same training program as the command teams. Totally different. And now I had forgotten that November 1st was Friday, and I had forgotten that Friday is normally graduation. And I thought that this was just going to be like a staff-only special briefing. But I'll tell you what, the Scientologists are showing up in force tonight. And they are showing up in their best dress, tuxedos, ball gowns, suits. They don't do that for graduation. Just any old normal graduation. They do that for special David Miscavige graduation. And the police are out here stronger than they usually are on Friday night. And I made it back. I made it back. No. All right, we can assume that the event has started by now, right?
Yeah, 7:30. You could tell everyone it just got quiet. Everyone
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's have some ice cream and wings.
Yeah.
I hope you guys know I got this food for everybody.
I'm not shy.
Well, I just went to Publix. Yeah. Got some ice cream. Shit, it's putting the ice over it didn't exactly keep it from melting, but well, not exactly.
As long as it is under the maximum decibels for the sound, that's really the only thing you can worry about is the sound.
I guess I'll put this down for a hot minute here. Hold on.
I'll get pizza too.
Here, hold on. How about this? Shit, what if we do this?
I'm a Virgo. I should have
What do we got?
a bag.
I'm trying to figure out the best thing to do with
You're
the
a
phone.
Virgo, you should have a bag. I did not, I
I'm
don't
usually-
ever remember reading that in the astrology papers. Oh, I'm a Virgo. I have bags.
Well, I'm usually prepared.
Do we have any Virgos in chat? Call out for any Virgos. I would like to know if you currently have a bag on your person. listen to it, y'all. She's not even using her teeth.
I don't like the skin.
Oh, that's the best part.
I give it to the cat.
That is so not good for the cat.
What? He likes the skin.
Fried chicken?
Fried skin? No. No. Cheryl. Be better.
Cats will eat anything.
Well, they'll eat it. Doesn't mean it's good for them.
He also likes chocolate croissants, and I don't.
Y'all, we need an intervention. We need an intervention.
Cats will literally eat their own shit, but you're like, don't give them chicken skin.
My cat
dogs.
has never eaten her own crap.
Oh, for
No,
real?
that's a dog. Dogs will do that. Dogs will eat cat shit.
Oh yeah. So I've got an automatic litter box, and it rakes the poop into like a door comes up and it rakes the poop into a compartment and closes it, and then it's got a cover. And I had to do that because I had a dog that would just go to the litter box and pull out pieces of poop and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a trash can right there. I didn't even see that.
Oh, that's good. Y'all, should I get a wing or wait for my pizza?
Get a wing. Here.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm gonna get a drumstick kind so I can do it with one hand because the other ones are two-handed wings.
Yeah.
You want a blue cheese dip?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like a plain. Thank you. Thanks for bringing it too.
Yeah. This is a bum diggity.
So, did William already know about Patrick Perry?
Yeah, he's one that sent me the info.
I sent
Oh.
you the info.
Oh, I'm sorry, you did. Okay, I'm sorry. William found out separately.
Huh.
I didn't send it to him.
Same day. How funny is that?
I didn't send it to him.
That's funny.
So, robbery with a weapon?
Hold on. Oh, I can't check. Check my phone.
Wing time. Cheryl. I mean, Erica. No, I'm still eating it. I'm just telling you, it's wing time.
Big time.
Mmm.
That sounds really good.
You going to downtown pizza later?
You know,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say no.
I guess I'll say yes.
Oh my God,
I
this
was
is so
going to
good.
explain that I keep trying to get back to my intermittent fasting schedule, but it's so hard. And it's Friday, right?
It's
So
Friday.
why do you do that? You obviously do. I mean,
It's
not
Friday.
weight management.
No, it's
You ain't got no job.
Okay.
You ain't got shit to
My
do.
parents both have.
I'ma get you high today.
And they have diabetes. type
Okay.
2.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in my family that doesn't have diabetes.
Really?
All of my siblings had it. My mom did not have it. My dad did, but he lost weight and it, you know, he didn't have to take medicine anymore. Can you hold this for me so I can go throw my bone away? I gotta go throw my bone away, y'all.
Put it here.
Right, so let me get
Oh,
you
that's
this
a camera,
schedule before Lori so rudely interrupted me. The
I'll
other
make a
side-
streamer out of Erica eventually.
That could have happened. Is that where David's staying tonight?
That's his residence and quarters. That's his quarters.
Does he have another place?
I don't know. Does he have more than one place?
Yeah, he's got an office down there. And he's got the
Got what? Oh, I thought he was up
There's
there.
an office there, and the office has, like, if he had to sleep there.
studio.
Oh, I'd much rather sleep there than hacienda.
I
Oh,
know.
no. Why? The warehouse Jana's got a beautiful renovated space there.
Oh, does it?
Well, I'm sure he's
Well,
got a very
you know,
nice
his has
place.
got. He's got a much nicer place than the Sea Org members do.
And they're renovating the motels. They pulled everything out.
Saw that.
Yeah, they pulled all the yicky mattresses out. They had them piled up.
I wondered if maybe it had flooded.
I was thinking it had like roof damage and stuff. But what makes you think they're not putting those mattresses back in there?
I know, right? Yeah. They
Why
look so
would they-
nasty.
why
They're
would
gonna end up having mold in there.
Why would they? Put the mattresses
They look
back
so
there?
nasty.
Yeah.
So I wonder what time COB event is over.
He doesn't. Is he one to ramble on and on?
I'm guessing 90 minutes max.
I feel like they might have started at 7:30 because that's when people really stop.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Diana Hubbard's apartment's a leak tonight.
I saw like
in there.
two. Yeah, the one on
well,
the top
you're
right
right.
is
Yeah,
Why
open.
wouldn't he
window's
stay
open.
upstairs?
Do what?
Why wouldn't he stay upstairs? Where wasn't L. Hubbard's house apartment up there? No.
How long have I never given?
He never did. Those two apartments, the top two floors there, they were renovated for him, but
But
he
they
never
never
did.
actually-
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Diana Hubbard did live in there for a while until they said
Crystal
to-
ballroom and the penthouse.
Okay, well, why wouldn't he stay in the penthouse?
You know, I mean, you'd think that would be a good option.
Yeah.
If sometimes the rich public are paying.
Okay.
Because Lou is at the hacienda.
He's not going to take up space for the money.
Because he's bunking with Lou.
Because also the only way up and down those floors is those small elevators. So I mean, like, if he were to stay there, he's generally not trying to run into public.
Right.
Probably not trying to run into anyone because he doesn't want to have to
Yeah.
engage with the little people.
And even at the hacienda, his
The
security
little
people can keep everyone else away.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Tom Cruise has never, since I've been out here, been in that apartment. So somebody else could be using that apartment. Do you know who lives?
Oh.
Bart Simpson. What's her name?
Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nancy.
she owns one of the condos in
Tom's building.
no, across the other taller one.
Water's red.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to say half of the people who live in that building are not Scientologists. What is
Correct.
that? I've talked to a lot of them. I feel bad because their neighbors are clearly Scientologists.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you came here sight unseen. You bought the unit, and now you like barely have a waving hello relationship with your neighbors. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you got crap neighbors.
There's not going to be any cookouts or anything.
Car. It looks like an old British
A little copper car, a little mini copper car.
It's cute. Oh, you guys are late. I hope you don't get sack checked for that.
You're late! Where's the door? Where's the door, Dave?
How's everybody doing?
Peachy Keen.
I know you are because you got a belly full of
I
wings.
still want pizza.
I want that white pizza that they have is so good. You're late. Hurry up. Hurry. COB's waiting on you just so he can start. William has contacts, but you know what? I found out about it like 3-4 hours before he posted it on his community page. Just gonna say, although I was just trying to look to see what happened to Aaron's
I'll tell you what,
case.
I actually double checked, Lloyd. I might have sent it to William. I gotta double check. I might have sent it to William. I gotta check.
So when did so this was just recently. Patrick Perry just did this just
It was on the 15th. He was arrested on October 15th, yeah. For 4 felony charges.
He bonded out the next day.
For $30,000.
That's crazy.
It even,
Really?
Yeah, it even listed the company, his bond company. Yeah. Yeah, that was on the paperwork from the court. Or, no, from the jail. One of them. I don't remember.
Wow.
And
Well,
Street said he was going through some paperwork. He said it looks like they just decided to drop the charges against Patrick for the assault against me.
That's why I told you it looked like a no cross.
Really?
But I don't know what it's shameful that they would do that without contacting you. That's absolutely
yeah,
shameful.
not even let you know.
Right.
And I will tell you that, LAPD is saying that you were never arrested,
Yeah.
yet they kept you handcuffed and detained. You were not free to go
Right.
for more than 4 hours. That
Detained
means
in the
they
toilet.
basically are admitting to false imprisonment.
That's actually a really good point.
And I hope that you go after them civilly.
No. I was working with a very, very high-powered attorney who spent a long time looking at it and said there's no question that we could get them on the violation. He said the problem would be proving damages would be
Yeah, but if nothing else, did you file a complaint with Internal Affairs?
No.
You need to do that because they at least, if nothing else, if you're not going to pursue anything civilly, they need to be disciplined and have that on their.
Can I do that remotely?
Oh yeah, you can do it over the phone. But no, unless they want to get, if they want to get nasty and say, okay, you're going to have to come down to swear out a complaint. But I would contact them and I would at least run it by and see what they say because those officers, you know, especially Tomlin, needs to be disciplined.
Yeah.
And anybody that was a part of that. I'd say the only one that it'd be clear for me would be the one who told him to get you the heck out of the bathroom. Because at least he was being decent.
I know. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
That's.
Okay, we're gonna let Aaron eat without showing him stuff in his face.
They threw in
Am I the only one still streaming?
No, I'm streaming.
Oh,
Your
is it
face.
aimed at
I'm
me?
streaming.
Yeah.
My
It's
phone's-
aimed at my
I'm-
fat face.
It's aiming
I'm
right at
streaming.
you.
My phone is behind you.
Oh, okay. No good.
I keep going into Aaron's stream.
The SPTV Foundation will help you start a new life. The SPTV Foundation.
Oh, you want to hear something scandalous, you guys?
267.
You want to
Yeah.
hear something absolutely scandalous?
You will
Yeah.
never let me finish my song, y'all.
No.
One of the people we're helping leave Scientology right now.
Yep.
Guess how they reached us?
The
phone number.
The phone number.
Woo!
The phone number.
It's almost like we know what the fuck we're doing.
Oh, kinda. Yeah.
Oh wow! Can you imagine?
Yeah, you left a voicemail.
That's
Called him back.
fantastic.
That's how it works.
Do I need to volunteer again, or is all that still in place?
That's all still in place.
Y'all know. Just text me because I'm there. Go pick up so and so on the
You have
corner
my
of,
number.
of Cleveland and Garden, and I'm there.
The money LAPD spent that day with all those cops, the
Yeah.
resources, the helicopter, that needs to be addressed. 100%.
All
Oh,
right.
like just he's standing there and was it Dan Walks or who said it? MD Media Matt? Like he's just taking all these knives out of his own pockets. They're not even checking it. He's just pulling knives
At
out
any
of his pockets.
time, he could have thrown one. He
But
could have
then
swiped.
they all turn around with a stick and everything. They get their sticks out and they're like, "Oh, let's go get Aaron." Like 50
Yeah.
of them. Exactly. Like, oh, but the guy with the knives is okay though.
You know what? I guess I brought these chairs here. Who's cheering us? The trolley? Yeah! What did she say?
I don't know, but we're fucking something. I know.
Oh, they're coming.
Oh yeah. Hey. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Okay. Oh, I guess we brought these chairs for sitting, so let me sit.
It's
I
really
guess
nice
I guess I just gotta say for the record, to anyone who wants to ask the question, how come he didn't tell us not to write the phone number down? Because there's no reason not to write the fucking phone number down. That's why I didn't tell you not to write the fucking phone number down.
When I was singing the song, and somebody told me you didn't want the number put out. I'm like,
No.
Yeah, there was one time where you were getting a lot of calls, and people were like, oh, okay, don't put the numbers just to the email because that'll get them to the same place. Or whatever. And so that was just kind of a thing for a day. I mean, it wasn't like a big deal.
I think you're talking about, because how would anyone know if I was getting a lot of calls?
I think you just said my phone is blowing up.
'Cause maybe you
people
said
were
so, huh?
just-
True, but I wasn't complaining.
No.
I was saying nobody ever said that phone was actually answered live. No one ever claimed that.
Right.
So when people are putting out the phone number, I was actually making a point. I said if that phone number was answered live,
Right.
you would have destroyed it by plastering the phone number all over the internet and the sidewalks of LA. Stop acting like I've done something to you by not telling you the phone number wasn't answered. Like, I never said it was answered, and I never asked, first of all, I never asked anyone to write the phone number, and I never asked anyone to stop writing the phone number.
Right.
It was just someone who decided they were going to make a big deal out of the fact that, oh my God, it's not answered live 24/7. Who the fuck ever said it was?
No, but that's what I said. This is not a crisis hotline.
It's not a crisis hotline.
Can I get the EIN number if I call it?
Yeah.
Can I get the EIN number
Yeah.
if I call it?
I love these idiots that are like, oh my God, it takes 15 minutes to get an EIN number. I can't believe he didn't do it. Instead of going, it takes 15 minutes to get an EIN number. Of course he did it.
Right.
It's so ridiculous.
Right.
It's so insane. It's fucking free.
Exactly.
It's free and it takes less than 15 minutes. It takes 5 minutes. Yeah.
I've had to do
But
that
you've
too.
got to
It's
have
not
a
big deal.
reason.
It's so stupid. But I mean, honestly, the people saying this, they're not interested in the truth. They're just interested in creating division and
Right.
drama.
Right.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, complain.
They don't care. Yeah. So even Liz Ferris. No, you know, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna do an official response video, but since we're sitting around here dicking around doing nothing, I'm gonna say this right now. In the video, that who are those two? Who are those two ladies that did that?
Heather and Summer.
Doctor Who, Heather, and Summer Savage. In the video that they did with Liz Ferris, where they showed the screenshots of the Zelle payments that I supposedly came out of my personal checking account to Liz Ferris. Hey guys, did you look at the fucking screenshots, you idiots? My name is spelled wrong. Do you want to know why? It's because it's Liz Ferris who saved the SPTV Foundation account in her phone as Asmithlevin, lowercase l. My name is spelled wrong in the screenshots of the payments. Do you think my name is spelled wrong on my own bank account? No. It's so ridiculous. But you think Summer Savage or Doctor Who, Heather, or even Liz Ferris for that matter, could have ever even once called me and said, hey, I got a question about this or that. I would have answered their question.
Right, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm curious why this payment is showing as it's coming directly from you.
Right. just
Well, no, it
figure out.
doesn't.
No, I know, but that's the question
Right.
they could have asked you. And
Right.
you said, well, I looked at the screenshot and it's not me because it's not even spelled how it's coming.
That's right. Oh, how about this? As far as just calling out people for inconsistencies. In the same video where Liz Ferris said that the foundation does not have an EIN number, okay? Now, you need an EIN number to get a bank account.
Yeah.
So in the same video where she said we don't have an EIN number, she also said the following. When Christy Gordon sent me my first payment, it came from the SPTV Foundation. But then when Aaron sent me the payments, it came from his personal checking account. And you go, well, hold on. You just said your first payment came from the SPTV Foundation. So how can you also say we don't have an EIN and we don't have a bank account?
Right.
And if you thought the payments were coming from me personally instead of the foundation, why didn't you ever ask me about that? She personally, what happened is, originally the payments were coming to her. Well, the payments always came to her from the same account. But in the beginning, it showed SPTV Foundation. But then she saved it to her Zelle contacts as Asmithlevin with a lowercase l. And anyway, but here's why I say they're not interested in the truth. If Liz actually cared about the truth, she could have just asked me. I'll give you another interesting example. Since we're just sitting around here bullshitting around. There's only two people who have ever asked outside of the foundation, who've ever asked me for the EIN, and I gave it to them. One is Marilyn Honig, and the other one is Pearl Snappy. Okay? Marilyn actually knows what she's talking about and knows because she has her own nonprofits. Yeah. Pearl Snappy asked me once, and I gave it to her once. Pearl Snappy's running around saying, I've been given 3 different EINs. I go, from who? You didn't who the fuck are you getting EIN number from if it's not me? Right? And Pearl Snappy, if you asked me for the EIN and I gave you an EIN and I don't know what it is you thought you were going to be able to do with the EIN. There's no way for Pearl Snappy to determine whether that is a right or a wrong EIN. There's literally no way. Not until our tax exempt status gets approved, and then you can punch the EIN number into the IRS website and it will show up a nonprofit.
Right.
But until that happens, you're not going to get a search result. So if Pearl Snappy cared about the truth, and if she asked me for the EIN, which she did, and if I gave it to her, which I did, and if she then thought there was something wrong with it, she could have just come back and said, what's the deal with the EIN? It's not working. And I'd say, what do you mean it's not working? What are you trying to do with it? Right? Because you can't do anything with an EIN. It's for employees. It's called an employee identification number. Okay, and so she's like, oh, I've got 3 different EINs from 3 different people. Who? Nobody Who are you getting it from? And if you thought there was something wrong with it, then why didn't you ever just come to me and ask? Like, do you see? That's what I mean. They're not interested in the truth. They're not interested in the truth at all. And there was another thing there. Oh, I'm going to say this. I'll say this publicly because I'm going to put it in the response video anyway. But the response video is going to go on the Foundation channel. Nora and Liz are blatantly lying when they say Liz was sent some special version of the grant notification award that had made her promise that we were going to take the money back from her if she said anything bad about us.
That extra page?
There's no such thing as an extra page. There's no such thing as an extra page. And when I do the response video, which the only reason I haven't done it is because it's just not important enough. It never rises to the level of the top of my priority list every day. I'm literally, and I'll have to, I'm literally going to pull up the emails that were sent to Nora, like live on screen. Here's the email, double click, here's the attachment, double click, open it up. You'll see they're identical. So the question is this. Are they blatantly lying and they know they're lying and they know they're wrong? Or is something else going on that they actually think they're right? But I'm going to show you. If you recall, Nora said that Liz Ferris's agreement was 3 pages long and Nora's was 2.
Yeah.
Completely false. They were both sent agreements that were identical. They were both 2 pages long. It was, in fact, Nora's agreement when she sent it back to us that was 3 pages long because she had accidentally blown up the font size on one of the paragraphs.
Oh, she printed it herself?
Well, it's not like printed. I mean, maybe it's like, if you save a Word document and then you save it as a PDF.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't sent PDFs, they were sent Word documents. Now, what's wrong with that is you can modify a Word document.
Right.
Okay, so I don't think Nora intentionally blew up the font size because there was no reason to. But it's funny, she's the one saying that Liz Ferris's agreement was 3 pages long. It was actually Nora's that came back 3 pages, even though it was sent out 2 pages.
Right.
But here's the thing, like, you can't just accidentally get this stuff wrong. Like, if Nora and Liz actually sat down and compared their agreements, they would see they're word for word identical. So why is it that they have repeated over and over and over again in like at least 5 videos that Liz Ferris was sent some special version of the form? Like, that means they didn't even compare the forms. Like, how? But if you didn't compare the forms, then how can you claim they're different?
Well,
So do they know they're lying, or are they just really that stupid? You can't be that stupid. It's like it's intentionally lying. How can you say they're different if you didn't compare them? Because if you compared them, you'd see they're word for word identical. So is it vicious, malicious lying? They didn't think I was going to call. They didn't think I was going to do a response video. They didn't think I would correct this error.
they were hoping you would.
And what's the other? There was something else. Oh, there's literally not one word of language in the grant notification award form that says you can't talk shit about us. There's literally not one word. There's not a single word that says that. They've called this thing an NDA. There's not one word in that form that is anything about non-disclosure. Nothing. Period. Zip. Nothing. There's nothing in there about non-disparagement. And there's one clause that talks about, this is the other point, that talks about being able to claw money back. Okay? Now, if you recall correctly, correct me if your recollection differs from mine. Liz Ferris said that when she asked, what does this refer to? She was told it's self-explanatory and that we wouldn't explain it to her. Okay? I'm going to show the email chain where she asked Mike Brown what this clause refers to, and he responded to her, and he said it refers to fraudulent use of funds.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And we have to have that there just to protect us in case Scientology sends in some spy, who manages to, bamboozle us and gets $10,000, and then we want to sue them. But here's the other thing. Nothing in these agreements are even enforceable unless we're willing to actually sue someone over it. Who the fuck thinks we're going to go through the trouble of suing someone, a former Scientologist, for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000?
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay? But it does make you wonder, once Liz Ferris was told that refers to fraudulent use of the money we gave you, only then did she refuse to sign it.
So it's like if you give someone money for something and then they don't spend it on that.
That's right. All the form basically says is,
They give it away to members.
this is what you asked for the money for, this is what we're giving it to you for, and we're asking you to promise that that's what you're using it for.
That's all about board.
Period.
It's legal speak. It's basic legal speak, isn't it?
It's not even legal speak. It's just common sense. And for anyone who's wondering, we did actually update the website. We did actually update the website where you can download the grant notification form right on the website. And what's the other thing that's on there? Oh, our bylaws. The bylaws are on there.
Michelle wants to know how long before the response video starts.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't care anymore. You know. And so, but honestly, I mean, I know I'm beating this dead horse a little bit. How can you over and over and over again claim something that is demonstrably completely false?
Easily proven. That's the worst.
Yeah. And where she's even contradicting her own self. She's saying, yeah, the first payments came from the SPT Foundation account. Oh, but they don't have an EIN and they don't have a bank account. Well, you're contradicting yourself at this point. Right, exactly. Oh, and I also want to say for the record, you know, Nora was absolutely losing her mind that I said in a video the foundation had helped her mother, right? And she's threatening all sorts of legal action. Oh my God, you violated HIPAA, you did this, you did that.
Saying her mother is doxing. What information did you give out?
I know. Did you
So,
get
but here's what I did,
That's
because I'll be honest, I felt bad about that. That's not something I would normally say. And Nora's mom, Kathy's been a friend of mine for 30 years. Okay, so I called Kathy, and I called her. She said, Aaron. I said, Kathy, I'm calling to apologize. And she goes, for what? I said, well, a couple nights ago, I did a live stream responding to some of the stuff that's been going on with Nora. She's like, yes. And I said, I said, not only did we spend thousands of dollars helping Nora, but we helped her mom as well. And I said, look, it's not something I would normally say. I realize you might not have ever said that publicly, so I felt bad about it afterwards. I just wanted to apologize. And she said, well, apology accepted. And we chit-chatted for another 10 minutes. So I'm putting this out there because you have someone who is literally on the war path being outraged on behalf of others who could not care less about the thing she's trying to get everybody whipped up about. And it's insane. It's insane. And if I don't say anything about it, then I'm, narcissistically abusing her by ignoring her and not responding.
Notice how many people want to use that word these days?
I'm really sick
Yeah.
of that.
Completely.
Yeah.
Since
Everybody's able to diagnose narcissism now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're all getting it wrong.
Yes.
Very wrong.
Learn what it is
Very wrong.
before you use the word.
And the term abuse as well. Just because your friend says no to you, that's
Yeah,
not
just
abuse.
because your friend's mad at you, that's not abuse. You know,
Yes.
boundaries
And just
sometimes.
because your friend is loud on the phone sometimes doesn't make them a narcissist.
Well, apparently Nora doesn't remember any part of the entire conversation except for the fact that I was yelling at her.
Okay, you had the shots.
Yes.
Don't they just give you like put you in a twilight? They don't
That's it.
knock you out
They
like
don't
you're
knock
having
you
open
out.
heart surgery
You're awake.
to where you're still sleeping
Nope.
it off that night.
No,
It's
they
a
just
matter
put you
of
in a twilight.
Before you leave, you're out of it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're completely out of the anesthesia.
Well, and also, Nora's wife was literally next to her present on speakerphone for the entire conversation. So if Nora was lying in bed, unconscious, asleep with her CPAP machine, while I'm on the phone with her, then why is she letting me stay on the phone with her for an hour? Am I supposed to?
Right.
And by the way, here's the thing.
She shouldn't have been doing
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. So the next morning, Liz Gale called me, and I was already in a bit of a mood because I already been on several phone calls of people just outraged. Okay, and I went on like a long monologue about my feelings about everything that was happening, and she goes, "Well, that's not even what I was calling about." And she was basically like, and my memory's imperfect, but I'm just paraphrasing here. She was basically like, well, I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing, but also like, have you spoken to Nora? And I said, yes, me and Nora had an amazing conversation last night. And she goes, really? I said, yeah, it was probably the best, calmest, most rational conversation me and Nora have ever had with each other.
She was in propofol.
Well, and Liz goes, I'm not sure Nora remembers it the same way that you do. And I said, what are you talking about? And she goes, Nora does not remember talking to you last night. And I was like, really? And she goes, yeah, I think you should call in and check in with her because you seem to think that everything's good now. And Nora does not think everything is good now. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And so then I said, okay, good, I will call her. And plus, the night before, I had already agreed to call Nora the following day.
Right.
And the day just got away from me. So by 7 p.m., I had not yet called her. You have to understand, we had a great conversation, whether Nora remembers it or not. It was a conversation where we were very calm. Now she's like, okay, I remember the first 30 seconds you were screaming at me. Okay, well, Nora has a habit of always saying someone's screaming at her. I mean, I was probably talking to her the way I'm talking right now.
Right.
Okay. And even if I was upset for the first 30 seconds, 60 seconds, we spoke for an hour.
Right.
Okay? If I was upset for the first 30 or 60 seconds, that was it. The rest of the conversation was normal. Now, do I believe her when she says she doesn't remember it? Here's why I have trouble believing her. She very conveniently remembers the parts of the conversation that are upsetting to her.
Right.
Okay? For example, she said, you told me that your video wasn't about me. No, I didn't. And first of all, how would you know that if you don't remember the conversation? We very specifically spoke about the 3-hour video she did about Mike Rinder secretly still working for David Miscavige. And I said that was a fucking problem. So do you see what I'm saying? How can she claim what I did not say in the conversation if she claims she doesn't remember the conversation? It's ridiculous. And here's the thing. If Nora's always like, oh, you can pick up the phone and call me, Aaron, you can jump into my live chat. Yeah, you know who else can do that, Nora? You can. I'm not the one doing fucking 3-hour videos about you and your family and your friends and your foundation.
I will tell you, I've resubscribed to YouTube TV, and I've enjoyed every one of the television shows since I have unsubscribed from every channel that just wants to promote hate, because I am too old for that kind of stuff.
I ain't got time for that. Right.
Yeah. Now look, I mean, and I've got to tell you, by the way, for the people who are like, oh, Nora's known Aaron for 30 years. If he's a piece of shit narcissistic abuser, she would know better than anyone. Well, I've got a few responses to that. Then why, first of all, then why have you been my friend for 30 years?
Yeah, why did
Number
you cut
one.
that off after 5?
Right.
How did it take 30 years to discover that?
Well, and also I want to put some things into perspective. Nora and I knew each other here in Clearwater for about 8 months in 1996. End of story. Okay. Or end of the story for a very long time. Okay. So then I'll give you another. Oh, so fast forward. That's 1996. Okay. She's a Sea Org member. I'm not a Sea Org member. We don't have any interaction with each other for years and years and years. Okay. I joined the Sea Org in 2002 to 2006. Well, that entire time, Nora's on the RPF. I might have seen her for.
She was.
I might have seen her for 60 seconds in the 4 years that I was in the Sea Org.
Time to forge a lifelong friendship.
Right. Nora's never been to my house. She's never met my kids. I've never been to her house. I've never met her kids. Okay. So, like, Natalie knows me better than Nora knows me. Okay. So Nora and I, you know, a few times when I've been in LA, we've gone to lunch. You know, obviously we met at the protesting, and obviously we've done a lot of videos together. But let's not pretend like this is someone who's been in my life for 30 years.
You've known her for 30 years. She's been an acquaintance for 30 years.
Right.
Yes.
Acquaintance.
And the thing is, but this isn't to minimize. Like, the thing is, if we were friendly and cooperative and happy, I'd be like, this is my friend Nora, we've known each other for 30 years. But let's not be confused as to what that actually means.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, I want to point something else out. When did Nora decide that Mike Rinder was the devil? Was it when she was on the TV show? No, she didn't think he was the devil then. Was it when she went on Mike and Leah's podcast? No, she still pretended like Mike was the greatest thing when she went on Mike and Leah's podcast. When exactly did Nora decide Mike Rinder was the devil? I'm going to just make that a rhetorical question. I have my own opinion, you know? And you go, okay, so when did she decide that I was the bad guy? It literally is when I did a video asking people to maybe focus more on Scientology and less on attacking each other. Okay, so Nora felt disrespected by that video.
Yeah, I still
Okay. So what? So what? That can all be handled with a conversation. Now, what happened is, after she did that video, she and I had a very lengthy text conversation where, you know, recriminations back and forth, your video, like I was like, you need to take your video down. And she's like, only if you take your video down. And I go, my video wasn't about you. Your video is about me. And she goes, well, I think your video is about me. I go, just because you think it's about you, like, it's not just about you. Anyway, at the end of that text conversation, now again, this was when she's not on drugs, not whatever. I said, Nora, you're not getting what my upset is. My upset is not whether you're right or wrong, or I'm right or wrong, or who misunderstood who, or who was more wrong, or who should be more apologetic. You, if you think a friend
is someone that, because you have an upset with between friends, you can turn on your camera, go onto YouTube, and cry to our collective audience about what a terrible, mean person I am. We're not friends.
No, that's just somebody you know.
That's right. We're not friends.
Friend,
We're not friends.
that person.
That's right.
You do whatever you
That's
want
right.
to do to work that situation.
That's right.
That's accurate.
And I said to her specifically, I said, hey, maybe this is what you think it's okay for friends to do. After all, Liz Ferris used to be your friend. And then as soon as you had a problem with her, you went and attacked the shit out of her online. And now, whenever you just want to say, I'm sorry, you think everything's fine and you guys are friends again. I said, take me out of that category. If that's what you think a friend is, I'm not it. Okay? But even though I said that privately, did I do a fucking video? Nora and I are not friends. No, because that's still private. And that can be fixed privately as well. Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah.
He almost broke his neck.
And it's like, you know, I have to address, well, this whole idea, a president of a foundation. Shut the fuck up. We are a bunch of YouTubers who are just who are just giving the people who like what we do and want to help people leave Scientology a vehicle that they can support that will accomplish that and help people privately behind the scenes. No one has a greater moral duty or obligation to the community or society at large because they're on the board of a nonprofit. Shut the fuck up about that. It's ridiculous. And by the way, the same people who were the loudest critics of the Aftermath Foundation are now the loudest critics of the SPTV Foundation. Guys, if you think everyone's doing it wrong, fucking do it yourself. Shut the fuck up about it already. Why do you want to complain about what other people are doing to help other people instead of just, do it yourself? By the way, Nora's like, they're not trauma informed. Nora, are you trauma informed? Are you kidding me? Look at the stuff that you put out. Nora's talking about creating her own nonprofit, but you keep lecturing that the foundation should be staffed with board members that are trauma informed. Nora's like the opposite of trauma informed. So it's like, it's just trying to just minimize and attack people who are just focused on doing Scientology videos and helping people leave Scientology is like, it's bananas. It's totally bananas.
Well, she says these shots have given her the clarity to see through, and now she's attacking. I said, no, they've given you
The shows don't give you clarity at all.
Yeah,
They've given you the license to be a bully.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So Nora started her new channel all about me being a narcissist, right? You know who hasn't even done that? Scientology hasn't even done that. DOA hasn't even done that. Zero Dark Tony hasn't even done that. Literally, the Office of Special Affairs of Scientology has not dedicated a channel specifically to attacking me. But Nora has, and she thinks she's the good guy. Oh my God.
My personal opinion on that at the moment, I think you know what it is.
Yeah.
But before I forget, Unstoppable Mescavige was telling me.
Oh, thank you.
They're a lovely chatter.
Thank you.
And they speak in Spanish. You're late!
It's over!
It's over!
It's over!
Oh, they're just young ladies. They're just...
Yeah, they weren't interested in the briefing. They were wait, but who's the other person in front? Where'd the...
That's a brownie. Are those brownies for COB?
Are they weed brownies?
Oh my goodness.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point, and also, honestly, just people taking themselves a little bit too seriously. You know, oh, this is a deadly serious activity. It's not. Stop it. It's not. People, this is not a deadly serious activity.
It's become its own animal.
Yeah.
Her content is about you.
I have
Yeah,
a concern
yeah.
of is that the people who talk the most about therapy are the ones who seem to be the people who most need therapy.
Well, sure.
Which makes me think, is their therapy doing anything?
Who knows?
Well,
But I'll tell you-
telling your therapist the truth. If you're not telling them what you're doing, you're not clearing your... You
need
have to do
your
the shadow work.
therapist- you
It
need to have
takes
your
shadow
therapist
work.
Watch that live
That her
stream.
therapist needs to watch
Yeah, that-
3 of her freaking lives
Yeah.
and then see what she says to her. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And I have specifically... No, but it gets better, you guys. It gets better. Because now Nora is now teamed up with the guys on Reddit who've been actually trying to destroy all the
Is she?
SBs. Oh, yeah! All the people that are running the Reddit operation are now Nora's biggest fans. And
And that includes Pete Jensen and the other people behind the SPTV Foundation YouTube channel, the fake SPTV Foundation YouTube channel. So it's like, oh, and by the way, since Nora spent the last, 4 months in a brutal war with DOA, so now Nora doesn't like me. Now DOA is a good guy. Like,
the enemy of your, the friend of your,
the enemy of your enemy is your friend. But you know what?
not true.
A therapist would never fucking say that to somebody.
A therapist would not say.
By the way,
and if they did,
that
you need a new therapist,
that
because that is some
that
messed
thought
up.
stopping, I consider it thought stopping.
That's not
The enemy of your enemy is your friend. Hell no.
The enemy of your enemy is your enemy's enemy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because people who the only thing they have in common is hatred of another person, they end up eating each other up, And so anyway, I just think it's ridiculous. Like, people just assume, oh, Aaron can handle it. Yeah, I can handle it, and I'm also going to respond to it. Like, if she would let it go, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. What? Who's this?
Oh, I know.
Thank you, you too.
What's happening?
Oh, she just loves this. She just loves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I warned Nora straight up. I said, if you keep uploading my content to your channel, I will copyright strike you. You don't understand fair use.
Oh, that's yeah.
I said, if you want to do live reaction videos to my videos, which you've done a dozen times, I won't copyright strike that. That is called fair use. But if you're going to download my content, throw some fucking emojis over it, and upload it to your channel, I'm going to copyright strike you every fucking time. And what did she do? She did it again, and I copyright struck her again. I'm doing exactly what I said I was going to do.
Right.
I'm not trying to get her channel taken down. If she would just do her own content, there'd be nothing to copyright strike. She could even do reaction videos to my videos. She can do that all day long. She'll keep losing subscribers, of course, but she can do it all day long. And I won't copyright strike it. But Nora, if you're gonna download my fucking videos, throw some emojis on it and a little bit of music and upload it to your channel, I'm gonna copyright strike you every time, because that is not fair use. So stop fucking crying every time I strike the shit I already told you I was gonna strike. Grow the fuck up, first of all. What you're doing is insane. And focus on Scientology. I know nobody watches your videos except for when you're attacking me, but that's not my fault. You can figure out that problem. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad I came back down here, you guys.
I know, right?
Yeah.
See, you really get things.
So, but it's like, it's not like I owe it to her not to respond to her. Like, why can she do 15, 20, 30 hours of video actually saying, oh, you know what I've never told you guys? Here's what Nora actually said she's trying to do. She's trying to make me hit rock bottom. She said, I'm trying to make him lose all of his support. I'm trying to make him lose his channel. Now, her definition of lose his channel just means lose my viewers, not get my channel deleted, because she wants me to hit rock bottom. That is someone who has not publicly, privately said that literally what she's trying to do is destroy me personally to a level where I feel like I've hit rock bottom. How fucking evil is that?
That's not nice.
Pure fucking evil. And what do? I do usually nothing, because I'm actually here on YouTube for a reason, which is Scientology, not fucking Nora Ames.
And see, that's the thing. You are still focused on getting the information out about Scientology and taking Scientology down.
Yeah.
And these other channels, all they're interested in doing is attacking you.
Yeah.
Well, how good is, and who, really, if you're interested in that kind of concept, then go watch WWE. Because all you have to do
Yeah,
is watch
UFC.
people beat on each other. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so unimportant in what we're facing. It's just so irresponsible.
Oh, I realize there's something else. I can't remember if I said this in the previous stream. It wasn't just the videos about Mike Rinder that were a problem. I don't care if people do videos about Mike Rinder. It was the constant videos about Reddit and Discord and Zero Dark Tony.
Bringing more attention to them.
Right, where it's like, Nora, we have an audience that is here to hear us talk about Scientology. And all you're doing is taking negative shit that people are saying to a tiny, tiny audience, and you're broadcasting it to our entire audience. Like, I know you feel like you're defending people, but you're actually making it worse by signal boosting a destructive message. Not only was no one asking her to do those reaction videos, she was constantly asked to please stop. It wasn't the Mike Rinder shit. It was just the thing that pushed it over the edge was Nora's 3-hour fucking video about Mike Rinder still working for David Miscavige. Sterling resigned. And
you know, on some level, I should have been like, oh, well, that's Sterling's business, that's Nora's business. But I was pissed off. And I said, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to go to Nora and say, Nora, you're fired from the foundation. I said, I'm not going to do that. I could have done that. But that would have been repeating the same thing the Aftermath Foundation did to me. And so all I did was a fucking video that was honestly 70% meant for the protester community because of DOA.
I took it for me, yeah. And
You took it for you?
us.
You took it for you?
I'm a narcissist. So I thought you were talking about us.
So everybody thought I was talking about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were talking about me.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, so I'm a narcissist then.
The only one who didn't think they were being targeted by Aaron's video.
70% of that video was, I am not going to promote any protester channels who are cheerleading on what DOA is doing to my foundation.
And you didn't say.
And I didn't even say that.
Friends with any of these people. You said
That's
you're
right.
not gonna promote
Yeah,
I said I'm not going to
that's
promote
what
their
I'm gonna
channels.
talk about. Right.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna talk about.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So if you want to do that content, more power to you. Go do it. I'm just not going to put it on my channel. I'm not
That's
gonna
right.
platform you on my
I
channel.
can't
That's
deal
right.
with the hate.
That's
Yeah,
right.
It hurts my soul. I can't deal with it.
And, but anyway, I just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a narcissist and I can't deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's diagnosing everyone else with narcissism.
No, well,
and
my
sure.
mom did have, but it was from trauma. She was NPD, and it was rough.
Yeah.
So when they start telling me that he is, I'm like, no, no,
Yeah.
it's no, yeah, it's not.
No. My goodness. Oh my
Please don't
goodness.
give him your passport.
She brought her own pillow. Aw. Are you sleeping in the basement?
Yeah, I'm under 20%. I might have to start from my other
I
phone.
know, me too. I'm almost dead here. Well, see, because I thought when you put that out, that was just kind of letting us all know, hey, I'm not going to be pulling you on my channel if you guys are doing stupid shit. So yeah, I kind of thought, oh,
Well,
that's us.
well, there was a whole other
And
layer
then
to it.
Nora did the video. She was just screaming and spitting
Well, there's a,
nails
you know what? There's a whole other
everywhere.
layer to it that also I've never
What
spoken.
happened?
There's a whole other layer to it that I've never spoken about, but I will now. I will now. The fact is, I just look. Okay, so I'm not trying to minimize the fact that most of the videos people did about Mike, and in our group chat, I'd be like, great job, good video. I thought it was great. I'm not even trying to imply that I was against people doing videos about Mike. Things just got to a certain crescendo.
Right.
The crescendo peaked with Sterling resigning. Now, maybe that affected me more than it should have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I also started to get a little tired of the narrative that I was the one actually whipping people up into some sort of state of fervor over Mike Rinder, when that was never me. If people, I think Miriam's videos about Mike, I think Miriam has every right to feel however she feels.
Totally.
Whether how she feels is right or wrong is not relevant. It's not my business to decide. If Mike wants to, to respond to Miriam, he's capable of doing so.
Right.
But she's within her right to say what she wanted to say. But I wasn't the one getting Nora and Miriam whipped up into doing, oh, keep going. Yeah, Mike's the right target. Keep going. That wasn't me. That was Jamie Mustard. That was not me. Okay. I just also got tired of fucking being blamed for that shit. Yeah. And I would ask you this. When did Jamie Mustard decide that Mike Rinder was the devil? When Mike Rinder and the Aftermath Foundation said they weren't going to pay for people's SGB shots is when. That's right. That's right. So then when did Jamie Mustard switch from getting people to doing videos about Mike Rinder to doing videos about me? When he heard my video and said, oh, Aaron doesn't want people doing videos about Mike, but Jamie was the one getting people to do videos about Mike. Okay. And then when Jamie heard that I wasn't very happy with everyone that he'd been convincing to get the shots and then sending them to the foundation to pay the bill. Like, we paid for a lot of people's shots. But eventually it got to a point where it's like, this is not ethical. To have someone running around in our tiny little community, convincing as many people as possible to get this medical procedure and then sending them to the SPTV Foundation to pay the bill. And I started saying that to some people, and that got back to Jamie. So first Jamie decided Mike Rinder was the devil, when before that, Jamie was kissing Mike Rinder's ass. Jamie was spending as many hours on the phone with Mike Rinder as he was spending on the phone with me. Yeah, Jamie was all up in Mike Rinder's ass. And then when the Aftermath Foundation said they weren't going to pay for the SGB shots, now Mike Rinder was the fucking devil.
And Jamie was the one whipping people up. Mike Render's the real bad guy. I keep doing videos about Mike Render. I mean, that wasn't me. I said, that's not my bag, baby. That's not what my channel's about. That's not what my audience is here for. I've done videos responding to Mike, Mark, and Claire when I felt like I had to. It's not what I do. But you have these other channels that were doing video after video after video after video after video.
Right.
I wasn't the one making that happen. And I got sick of getting blamed for that shit too. So when the crescendo of everything peaked with Nora's 3-hour Mike Render video and then Sterling resigned, I was like, fucking enough is enough.
That was it,
I said,
yeah.
fucking enough is enough. And I responded emotionally to that, but that's okay too. Who cares?
Absolutely. Yeah, you have all the right to
You know?
respond with someone who comes that way.
And so, by the way, you notice that all the people taking shots at me in the foundation are now essentially doing video after video after video promoting Jamie's books and the shots and Jamie, right? It's not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence at all. And if you are a creator on YouTube in the SPTV space, I think ask your moderators if they've been heard from Jimmy Mustard lately. I think you're going to get some very interesting answers. Yeah, ask your moderators. You guys been in touch with Jimmy Mustard at all? You're going to be shocked at the answer.
I know.
Yes, really.
Somebody's moderator who got a friend request.
Yes. I know many people's moderators who have received many such friend requests. There'd be some shenanigans happen up here behind the scenes.
It looks like it, yeah.
That is actually apple juice.
Shenanigans be
It's apple juice
shenanigans.
tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, but Cheryl's been calling it her whiskey.
It's whiskey.
Are you a pirate now?
We're still in Halloween mode.
I feel like this is a fireside chat without the fire.
Black side chat.
It would be nice if we had a fire pit, though. That'd be a fire pit.
Well, it's going to start getting cooler.
Oh, that'd be, I mean, that would be
January.
amazing when it
Right?
gets cooler at night.
Oh, it's gonna be lovely. Can't wait.
Well, we've got some friends.
So nice out here.
I don't think I'm going to make it to the pizza place afterwards. I'm going to be beat.
Toast.
They took my prime parking spot as soon as I left.
Oh.
So I'm
We're waiting.
I park in utilities.
oh yeah?
Yeah, me
Ah,
too.
is it free?
After
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
5 it is.
You're allowed to park there after 5.
Ah.
This parking lot behind the church is full. Is the church just let them park there?
Wait, behind the Pink Church?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they might rent spaces from that church for
Yeah,
events.
Yeah. I've seen a lot. Well, people. When I walked down that way, someone was coming out from behind the church. They saw me and they started backing up.
Yeah.
back into the lot. That's
Backing into the parking lot. And they parked.
Yeah.
I just stood there.
what's the whole thing with this confront and shatter when they turn tail and run? I mean,
Well, see, 'cause
You talking about Scientologists or other people?
there's zero confront and
There,
shatter.
there is no.
Oh, I know.
There's a little confront, but no shatter when they're on a bike or they're walking by me really fast.
Oh,
and they
right,
make a
yeah,
comment
when they
to
can
me,
flip you off
But that's it.
quickly.
I'm like, come back, let's
Yeah.
talk, let's
They're
talk.
like 14-year-olds.
So the truth,
Yeah.
I'll tell you though,
It's 60.
it's something to do with the protester environment. So like if a Scientologist in their private life, let's say at work,
Oh,
there was someone at work who was antagonistic to them or Scientology, they would confront them. But they get in trouble for interacting with protesters.
Okay,
It's
so
just
we're not like worth their.
No, we're
there's so
not.
many unintended consequences to Scientology itself that it's just that they get in trouble with the security and HCO for interacting with
When
protesters.
I was almost here, you were talking to a lady, a little bit heavier. I think she was in like a dark outfit that had like lines or dots in it. She had blonde hair about here. I'll have to go back and find it. I'm almost positive that's the same woman that I interviewed on the bench back here about the Danny Masterson
Oh.
verdict. And I asked her, she said,
She
yeah,
talked to you.
if people do something wrong, they should be held accountable. And I said, what do you think about like the people who helped cover up these crimes all this time? Well, if that's what they've done, they need to be held accountable. And I only saw her from like here back, but it looked. I've got to go back and look and see if you had her face. Or not.
Is it the girl, the woman who I said, hey, is COB going to be at the briefing tonight? And she was like, I honestly don't know. And I was talking to her right
that's
here.
a different one. No.
Oh.
I know the one you're talking about. I see her a lot. She talked to us one day, but then the other day she just walked by us and she just gave us a dirty look. And I'm like, hi, girl, hey.
It could be her because I didn't see her face, but it definitely looked like it could be her.
Why are you guys out here?
But
Well,
I-
we're protesting Scientology. Why? It helped me. I'm like, well, it destroyed my family. I'm glad it helped you. Good for you, girl.
Yeah.
But I'm out here for a reason. Thanks for asking.
You know,
Oh,
if when I was on staff in the org, it is very, very flustering to have protesters outside.
safe trip.
It's
send a
very,
card.
very flustering.
Hi.
If they're not allowed to engage, then it's probably pretty
You don't wave
frustrating
back?
Because, if it were me, I would want to engage.
Yeah.
If I'm not allowed to, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not. Yeah.
Right.
Not really allowed to.
I got to tell you, I was shocked at how well trained the staff members at the Bel Air Mission were today.
Really? You went in?
Did you see the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't see until afterwards you went in.
Yeah, my heart was beating pretty fast. I was pretty nervous.
Was it?
I had to watch it back afterwards and see if I sounded calm. And I was surprised at how calm I sounded.
You did. You sounded,
What
yeah.
I love is that they tell you to leave and you say, okay, I will.
See, I think that's important. You have to say you're complying.
Yeah.
You have to say you're complying.
Right.
You haven't said when I
Right.
will leave.
I know.
Just that I will leave.
I do have a.
But
Time.
that fake smile she had. Will you please leave now?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like,
But I'll tell you, you
oh.
couldn't quite see it, right? Because her hands were below the level of the phone. But she reached and she was up. She touched my stomach, but only for like the smallest fraction of a second. So even her instinct, she was able to control it.
Right.
And the other young gentleman, the young Latino-looking gentleman that was standing, he was so calm and so like. If I had been in Philly, like there must really be training these guys. If I had been in the reception, if I had been on staff and I was in reception, and someone walked in and was asked to leave and hadn't left, I literally would have pushed them or kicked them out the door.
Really?
I wouldn't have known not to.
Right.
I wouldn't have known not
So
to.
they're probably training them hard.
But
Yeah.
also, how often does that even happen? But
Like never.
They were so.
Right.
Yeah, the training was amazing.
Oh, and Cheryl and I tried to go into that place when they were having the street festival, and those two.
When
Oso-looking
Timu
dudes-
Odo and Joey Meatballs
Yeah.
just came straight, and they got right in front of us, like, and he goes, "You can't go in." I'm like, "Ooh, honey,
Everyone's welcome, and then the guy with the beard says, "But not you."
but not you." I go,
So
"Ooh,
everyone is welcome. But
I
you."
can
They
feel
said yes.
you. I can
Oh.
feel you." And he just turned and walked right back in the building. I'm like, "No, come back. I want some
No,
more."
the other guy told us he was Oso, but I don't know if he's telling the truth.
No. Well, I know
The
I've
guy
seen
with
him
the
out here
beard,
a lot.
I would have.
He's here tonight. Joey Meatballs is here tonight.
Oh,
I'm so
he is?
excited. Yeah, it's like seeing a Tampa Brad sighting for me.
There's only two
He is, he's
people that
real
I want to know exactly who you're talking about. Because there's only two people it could be, and I want to know which one. Because if that's of Joy Meatballs.
Yeah, Joey Meatballs. He wears
Okay.
a toupee. He's an older gentleman. He's got a dark toupee. He looks like straight out of Soprano.
And he wears a Sea Org security uniform?
He wears just a regular suit, but he
Like a
stands at the
blazer.
door a lot.
Oh, do you think he's private security?
No.
No,
This guy's
definitely
full on.
Scientology.
Yeah, no. I've seen him here for years. I mean, even 11, 12 years ago, I remember him here.
Okay, then I know
He
who you're
just-
talking about. I know who you're talking
He's
about.
been here for freaking years. And then
It's
Timu
in your
Odo.
text. The pictures are in your text.
You have it?
I texted you.
No, I mean, you have it right there?
Well, I'll pull it up from your text because it'll be easier to find there
Okay.
than from my phone.
It would be actually funner to just call him by his real name and be like,
I
kind
know,
of like
I
they
would
do in
like-
LA.
Well, I would like, exactly. I'd like to know their names so I can. The nice lady at the bank, the coachman, the bank building.
Yeah, what is her name?
Selma, Saya,
Which
Saria.
one?
African American
Amber.
lady, very elegant.
Oh,
Amber.
is it Amber?
Amber.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it started with an S.
I was thinking
Her last name starts with an S because
That's
she's
it.
married to a Swedish guy.
Okay.
That's
It's like
it.
Amber Skilligit or
That's
something.
it.
No, her
Okay,
name's Amber.
Amber.
So her maiden name is Amber Dunham, and her she's got a brother named Aaron Dunham.
Really?
So you could tap on each one and
She
make it
just
bigger.
seems so nice.
The guy on top is Joy Meatballs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not a Sea Org member.
He's
But
not.
yeah, I don't reckon that's the guy you said you've seen like 10, 11, 12 years ago?
Yeah, he's been here
Wow.
for years at the door.
Well, he's got a pen, but it's flipped backwards.
Okay, without a good look at it, that could be anything.
Yeah, sure it could.
Yeah.
And he was actually nice, but the other one, Timu Odo, he was like.
Do you call him Joy Meatballs to his face?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what? These are cropped. I have bigger pictures. I'll have to see if this guy's got any kind of pen on him. I'll have to-
Hey! Scientology's a cult.
Okay, so you guys,
No,
box,
but
you guys
Go Bucks. Jesus Christ. We can call it. There you go. Go Bucks. I don't know what the hell he's saying. Go Bolts. Go Bolts.
Oh, did he say Bolts?
I don't know. Is it football season yet? It is. Yeah, the games are on.
A team thing.
Yeah, it's football season.
He just said something about
It's football.
property, the public property. That's what he just mentioned.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I got to pull the truck up here and load this stuff up. So why don't I just walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought his truck.
Oh, okay.
All the chairs, yeah.
Yeah.
Where the bloody hell is Dusty? I thought he was coming.
Dusty stood us up.
Oh, I'm gonna text him when I get home. I swear he told me he was coming tonight.
All right, guys. Well, they're saying
Yeah, I'm almost
go
out.
Lions in the chat.
Completely.
All right, well, David Miscavige's secret party is still going on. Let me see. I'll zoom
They
out.
probably have an ASL training dog.
We think the party started at 7:30, so it's probably not going to be over for another 30, 45 minutes. Vanessa Winbury, good to see ya. And this has been fun. Look, the weather's great out here. Well, it's only going to get cooler as the season moves on. Friday nights downtown Clearwater is where the party's going to be at. And how funny would it be to actually get a grill out here?
I know. A little hibachi.
Oh, it would be so funny.
We can make some.
Is there any way to know for sure whether there's any legal problems? Maybe we can ask.
I think.
No,
fine.
even if we ask the cop and he gives us an answer, his answer is not binding. He could be wrong.
Right. Exactly.
I asked a cop once about the chalk and on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I said, it's okay, but I need to give you bad information.
Meaning
They
I,
didn't-
Yeah, the
I've
thing
never
is, it's-
arrested anybody for it.
I mean, they have since told us it's okay, but
Yeah.
like you said, this, another cop could say, here's a statue right here.
And the funny thing is, like, if we put it right there, not only is it in public, it's on public property. It's not in the walkway. It's not a public hazard. Hey.
We also talked about a non-flame, like an electric. What were we saying, Lori?
How do you do electric out here, though?
Using an electric.
Well, I've got a power pack that I just bought for the next hurricane.
Yeah.
We could plug it into
For a
that.
whole
Yeah.
ass grill?
Yeah.
So we're not.
Really?
That's what we're talking about, Bo.
Huh.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
I've got a big battery pack I just bought. It's solar powered.
Yeah.
I could charge it up. We could bring it out here and just make sure it works.
I mean, like I've got one of those wood pellet grills. It's too big to drag out here, but
yeah, that thing's a bit.
but that's
too,
the only thing I know. It's electric powered, but I guess I'm not. You're not talking about like a George Foreman grill, are you? Okay.
Oh, wait, that's a good idea too. I could bring my George Foreman.
So you do it. That's, what the thing is, if it's not legal, you're not going to arrest us. It's just going to tell us we can't have it.
Right, put it away.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The stakes are pretty low.
Find out about it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
The stakes are pretty low, and hell, if we're actually feeding people, you know.
Yeah, so my attorney Fred Curry, Jay, and I, and anybody else that wants to join, we're making care packages for Steward members for Thanksgiving week. I expect that none of them will accept our care package. It's just going to be toiletries, no propaganda. It's just going to be stuff that is just to be nice. And I expect that no one is going to take a care package. So then we're just going to find homeless people and give it to homeless people.
I know of a homeless. My homeless guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get the truck and pull up right here, and we'll just load up. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We will see you later.